Hi everybody, today I'm ranking the Pink Floyd albums, or I should rather say I'm re-ranking the Pink Floyd albums because I did the first video last year and since then my opinion changed a little bit. So Pink Floyd, one of the most original band, probably the most original band since the Beatles. They were formed in 1965, but the first recordings, the first single came out in 1967. So they released 15 albums and I'm gonna rank these albums from my least favorite to my favorite. So at number 15 is The Endless River. Okay, this is something very relaxed to listen to, but come on, just one song with lyrics, and at the same time it's pretty funny when I say come on, just one song with lyrics, because my favorite track is an instrumental, which is Things Left Unsaid, the opening track. So number 15. Okay, at number 14 is A Moment Relapse of Reason. And you know, I really like, I love Signs of Life, On the Turning Away, two great songs. But you know, for the rest, I like Dogs of War a little bit of Learning to Fly. But Learning to Fly sounds very commercial, and the whole album sounds very commercial. You know, the sound of the drums. I'm not crazy about that, and that's why it's number 14 on my list. Number 13, The Final Cut. And you know, this is a totally Roger Waters solo album. And you know, I really like songs like Hero's Return, The Final Cut, Not Now John, Your Possible Past, one of the few. So there are a couple of good songs, but you know, where is the atmosphere here? You know, that famous psychedelic atmosphere, those sound effects. We have nothing here. You know, Rick Wright was kickoff of the band, and there is not a lot of guitar solos by David Gilmour. So the main problem is the atmosphere. That's why it's number 13 on my list. Okay, number 12 is The Division Bell. I think this album is maybe a little bit overrated, but I think it's decent. It's pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's a great album, but I think it's decent. I like the atmosphere. It's something very relaxed, very quiet. Really like Pulls Apart, Take It Back, Wearing the Inside Out, Lost for Words, High Hope. So, decent album. Okay, so that was number 12. Number 11. I know for most of you it's higher on your list, but the album in question is Atom Heart Mother. And I really love Fat Old Son, Summer, really like Summer 68. But you know, the title track in question, it's a little bit long. I like sections. I like a couple of sections from the title track, like Mother 4, Funky Dong, what else? Braised Milky. But listening to that track from the beginning to the end, it's a little bit long for me. It's just my opinion. So Atom Heart Mother at number 11. Number 10 is More, and there are a couple of real good songs on More. Personally, I love Cirrus Minor. I really like the Nile song, Ibiza Bar, what else? Cymbeline, Crying Song. The main problem here is, you know, the instrumental tracks. Maybe, I think there are too many instrumental tracks. So More at number 10. Number 9 is The Other Soundtrack, Obscured by Clouds. I think this album sounds really accessible for any, for everybody. I mean, for someone who never listened to Pink Floyd music, I think this one sounds pretty accessible. And you know what I really like about that album is the sound of the synthesizer that we can hear from the title track "Obscured by Clouds." And we have that can hear that sound when we listen to Madman. So those are two songs that I really like. I really like also Childhood's End. Free for What's Other Deal is a beautiful song. So Obscured by Clouds at number 9. Number 8. Oh my god. What? Are you serious? Yeah, I'm really serious. I think this album is pretty underrated. I don't know what is the problem with this album. Okay, a lot of people talk about the studio album. They think the studio album sounds like shit. Of course, it's not a masterpiece, but I think that Grantchester Meadows is a pretty good song, and I think also that the Narrow Way, especially the part 1, is real good, and I think that people always forget about the live album. The live album is real good. I think the live version of Astronomy Domine is fantastic. Same thing for Careful with That Tax Eugene. You know, that bad guy. So I think it's a pretty decent album, pretty underrated in my opinion. Umagumat number 8. Okay, this is the critical moment now. Okay, this is the critical moment. So at number 6, I think it's gonna be a shock for most of you, but I swear that I really like the album. And the album in question is Wish You Were Here. Oh, what's that? It looks like someone threw me a brick from the wall. Oh, God. It looks like someone threw me another brick from the wall. But seriously, I really like Wish You Were Here. I mean, I like the atmosphere right from the beginning with Shine On You Crazy Diamond. I just think that it sounds maybe a little bit dark, a little bit slow, but of course it's a tribute to Syd Barrett, so it can be a happy record, of course, but it just maybe the main problem with this album, it's very slow, very dark, but the songs are pretty good. I mean, Welcome to the Machine is fantastic. I like Shine On You Crazy Diamond, Wish You Were Here. The lyrics, I think what I love best about this album is the lyrics. Great lyrics. So Wish You Were Here at number 7. Yes, it's true. Okay. Next, at number 6. Are you ready for another big shock? The Dark Side of the Moon. No, no, Eugene. Careful with that tax, Eugene. Oh, The Dark Side of the Moon at number 6. One of these days I'm gonna chop you into little pieces, Eugene. Okay, this is a real good album, and I think that everybody consider this album as a masterpiece. I wouldn't argue at all about that, you know. It's just I prefer the albums like, I don't, Metal, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. I love their very psychedelic period. This is the main reason why this album is number 6, because otherwise it's a good album. I love Time, I love Brain Damage, On the Run. It's pretty good too, Any Color You Like. But I don't love each and every song, but there's no bad song on that album also. I agree with that song. The Dark Side of the Moon at number 6. Okay, number 5. Oh my god. And for me, number 5, 4, and 3 are almost equal. Especially number 5 and 4 could be interchangeable. But I think I would go with A Saucerful of Secrets for number 5. And I love the early Pink Floyd, you know, the pop sensibility of their songs. I love most of the songs here. Let There Be More Light, Remember a Day. Wow, Remember a Day is fantastic in my opinion. Set the controls for the Heart of the Sun. Corporal Clegg is pretty cool. Jug Band Blues is fantastic. Saucerful of Secrets at number 5. Pretty underrated album in my opinion. Okay, next at number 4. Animals. Yeah, we have two giant songs here with dogs and sheep, and I love the guitar. I really love the guitar on this album. It's a great one. Animals at number 4. Okay, number 3. The Wall. And you know, here Roger Waters wrote most of the songs, and he he created that concept. But you know, it doesn't sound. I mean, compared to Final Cut, it doesn't sound like a solo album for me. Even if Waters wrote most of the songs, because Rick Wright and David Gilmour contributed to the atmosphere of the songs, you know, for the ambience, and that's why I think for me this album sounds more like a Pink Floyd album compared to the Final Cut. And we have classics here like Comfortably Numb, Hey You, Goodbye Blue Sky. Wow, I love Goodbye Blue Sky, In the Flesh, The Thin Ice, many other songs. Great album, a masterpiece. The Wall at number 3. At number 2, another masterpiece, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn. One, in my opinion, one of the most original and one of the best albums of all time. And I love this idea, you know, this combination of childlike songs and spacey songs, you know, and everything sounds psychedelic here. And I love most of the songs. Astronomy Domine, Interstellar Overdrive, Pal Our Tuckage, that track, I really love that track. Lucifer Sam, Matilda Mother, Flaming, great album, I love it. So Piper at the Gates of Dawn at number 2. And finally at number 1, the album I pick is Metal, and I think this is a perfect album. We have those two great classics, One of These Days and Echoes, and Pink Floyd. I think Pink Floyd always played these two songs, you know, in their concerts. And A Pillow of Winds is very beautiful. Fearless is another great song. Even Saint-Tropez, I think Saint-Tropez is a pretty cool song. Maybe the only weak song is Seamus, but it's a funny track, I think so. Meadows, my number 1 choice. So I hope you enjoyed, and as usually you can you can leave your comments, and you can tell me what is your personal ranking. So that's it. As usually, you can thumbs up this video if you wish, if you enjoyed it. And if you then didn't enjoy it, you can thumbs up this video. So thanks for watching, and see you for my next video.